there. It is us. Once again. People's Choice Don Rodriguez, the big guy KG, the Nubian Sumo. We are your Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs, brought to you by the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Welcome. We are happy to have you one more Saturday night here on the mothership as we jump into, I guess, our fall season. It's getting a little chilly outside. That means that, I don't know, Survivor Series is right around the corner. James is going to start drinking stuff that's a little heavier. That means that the Royal Rumble is getting close. And most importantly, it's almost WrestleMania season.
Right there, buddy.
115 proof. That is enough to make sure that your liver never sees the light of day.
Yeah, celebration, bitches.
Or it guarantees that you are not an organ donor.
It's homecoming Saturday for North Carolina Central University, and we got the W.
Congratulations. Who'd you beat?
Head on home, Morgan State. Get off my lawn.
Dang. Never mind. Shouldn't have asked that question. What was the score?
17-7.
Not too bad for Morgan. That's actually a pretty good showing.
It actually, nobody really scored until like halfway through the third quarter. It was a defensive battle.
Wow.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
That's good. So I guess you got it. You told it was 115 proof, but what's the brand? Is that a special cigar you're celebrating with tonight?
Nope.
Really?
No love for the homie. No love for y'all.
Wow.
Well, I was gonna sing a totally different song tonight, but I guess I sing the one that's on my mind.
See how your boy does it?
In the heart of the city.
See, everybody get blocked. Hey, let's pull the curtain back. You know, Sumo's not trying to cooperate and do his shtick. KG was about to give y'all some smooth sexual love with some Terrence Trent D'Arby, but, you know, that got blocked. So it's rough out here in these streets, man. Can't do nothing no more. All we want to do is just get out there and swing. Well, you know, we just want to be, you know, energetic and stuff, but can't do nothing. It's tragic.
4 words.
Oh, he in trouble. I didn't mean to mention it. I'm sorry. Just start singing. Just start singing and may get you through.
4 simple words. Fuck you. Pay me.
Well, the last 2, yeah, we're still negotiating on making sure that doesn't happen ever. So
no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them.
Oh,
that's never directed to you. I know you get off on that, but no, that's not directed to you.
How about we do this?
It's directed to those that I've been pushing and I've been talking about and shouting out and everything and reviewing for the last year plus that I got no love from.
Dang.
Well,
are they
how
French?
They got one foot in the door themselves.
Them people down there.
Yeah.
KG, to take that off, man. Looks like we got a situation.
Yeah, we got a situation. We got some negotiations to take care of. I need to get my man Stephen P. New on the job.
We have to ride up on them fools like Willie Manchester. Shout out to Jimmy. Not little Jimmy. Well, technically he was young Jimmy. But go back and watch South Central. You'll get it. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Watched it at least once a week in high school. OG Bobby Johnson and them. Gotta go check that out. My man Loco. Shout out to Loco.
Ray, is that your car?
Yep. There you go. Somebody know about it. Jimmy, this my son. Ray, this my son.
It's an OG call.
There you go. Deuce over here.
Hoover Deuce, and I'm keeping it. I
love that movie, man. I love that movie, boy. Like, you You got New Jack City, and you got that. Like, God dang, that's some stuff, boy. That'll change your childhood right there. Make you really want to.
He owed me $25.
Yep.
Area interest.
No, Buddha. Oh, man.
Yeah, you gonna have me going watch
That's
it.
a
I ain't
man.
watching
Man right there. That's a
man right there.
Woo, man, that's a good movie. If you have not seen that, ladies and gentlemen, you're like, why are these fools marking out, just quoting half the movie? You've got to watch South Central. Got to. That movie will change your life and almost maybe get you a new wife. KG, you gonna start singing some Terrence Trent just to get us through? To help us transition?
Kissing like a bandit, stealing time.
There it is.
Underneath the sycamore tree.
Oh God. That's all we need right there. That is all we need.
Funny thing, I used to make fun of my cousin for listening to Terrence Trent D'Arby. And then I got older and I understood why he listened to him. And his mom listened to him. So he listened to it. And I was like, man, what you listening to him for, man? Come on, get out of here. Then I got older and I was like, I apologize for ever making fun of you. Like, this right here is where it's at. Like, it put me in the mellow mood that I needed to be in. I was good.
Pays dividends.
Shout out to my cousin Kenny Paul.
Let's go ahead and get to some meat and potatoes. Because while you're in a mellow mood, let's go ahead and take a look at something real quick. We're going to start our conversation with this. I know we're in Vegas, but craps. WrestleManias are hella expensive. Nosebleed seats, $940.
That's nosebleed?
Nosebleed. That's section, first listing, section 333, row 6, $940. That's your entryway. If you start getting down into, general admission, we're talking about $1,000. And by general admission, I'm talking like middle bowl, about $1,000 to $1,100 for like section 315, row 12, $1,100. And then, from there you get to is WrestleMania. You can't complain about, $1,200 and stuff like that as you're getting, deeper and deeper, into it. But
now these prices for one night or both nights?
This is the 2-day combo. I will say that. Good call out. As we get to the 100 section and lower into the 100 section, we're talking $1,400 for both. And then, it gets deeper down the rabbit hole. But my question is this, because there's a lot of social media conversations about WrestleMania is extra high priced and, they're pricing people out and things like that. First and foremost, it's going to be sold out at both days. So we're going to call a spade a spade. But is the heat that the WWE is kind of getting on these prices unwarranted? Because it is Vegas. And this is typically how Vegas does. Those prices are going to be higher because you can win the money to go to the show. You pull that handle down the right way, you've made your $1,400 back, and you go to WrestleMania for free.
It doesn't matter if it's New York, Philly, Phoenix, Los Angeles, whatever. WrestleMania is their cash cow. They're going to put higher prices on WrestleMania than any other show, but just because it's WrestleMania. So they could be in your backyard. they gonna charge a high ticket for it.
Okay. KG, do you think that the product, because Paul Heyman talks about it all the time, his job and the jobs of all production crew and cast and everything else at the WWE, they have one job when we're talking about WrestleMania. to give you a higher level of compelling storytelling that is going to put butts in the seats. KG, do you feel like where we're going right now, I know we are not proper in the road to WrestleMania, but it's shaping up to understand exactly where we're going with this. Do you think their storylines now are going to pay off to cover 2 nights?
Of course.
And sell out at these prices?
WrestleMania is the grandest spectacle of them all, correct?
Correct.
Always has been, always will be. Now, I understand that the Rose Bowl is the granddaddy of them all. But I think WrestleMania got to be the great granddaddy of them all. Because it's only, if you look at a calendar year from January 1 to December 31st, what are your biggest events, your biggest sporting events? NCAA championship, in no particular order. NCAA championship in basketball,
Super Bowl, WrestleMania,
Super Bowl, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, NCAA championship in basketball. I'm sorry, yeah, I said football, basketball, and then you have the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably missing something there. I really am, but you got a lot of things. But when you have to pick the top 3, it used to be the NBA Finals, but it's the World Series, WrestleMania, and probably the national championship in basketball. Those are your 3 biggest events. They're always going to be sold out. They're always, come on now, a regional game in the NCAA tournament was $1,200 for 2 days, for 2 games, 2 years ago. No, I'm sorry, that was 4 years ago. That was pre-COVID. You talking about WrestleMania is only $1,100? I paid the $1,100 to go to WrestleMania for 2 days rather than paying $1,400 in a nosebleed at Capital One for 2 basketball games. No. And then I'm sure you probably can Klarna it, you can afterpay it or something like that. So what you worried for? Buy your tickets now and pay it off.
Right. Sumo, do you think that the storylines are gonna fill the butts up in the seats and get this sold out? I mean, it's still early, so we're not even looking at sell-throughs and stuff. It's just sticker shock.
Between the storylines that they've already got established, between the ones that they're gonna just throw in as filler, on top of all the celebrities that are gonna be there, because you still got Megan Thee Stallion that's probably gonna show up with Cardi B, and they'll probably try to bring in Sexy Red some kind of way since she's a mark for WWE now. And I've been hearing stories about what's her name? I can't believe I can't remember her name. Nicki Minaj might be involved. So
Really?
So it's I mean, they can put together enough content to fill up those 2 days with no problem.
With those names,
because you got so much you can do. You still got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that you throw in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you already got the Bloodline storyline. You got the LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes and Andrade storyline. You got the LWO storyline still going on with even though it's kind of it's gotten a little cold with Legado de Fantasma, but they can warm that up if they need to. You still got the Judgment Day storyline. You got Gunter that's going to be out there some kind of way, involved some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
You got in all of NXT if you want to throw anybody from NXT in there. Right. I mean, there's plenty you can do. There's plenty, and they still dealing with TNA, so you don't know what you don't know who's gonna bring in from TNA, who's gonna come over as full-time WWE from TNA. Because remember, you got at least Jordan Grace. Her contract ends in January.
Don't say his name.
And he who is not to be named, he's out there too. He's on his way over. So yeah, there's plenty of storyline and content for them to put in and fill up those 2 days. That's the least of their worries.
The names you just named made the price skyrocket because they're names. But if you're a true fan of the craft, you're a true fan of the business, you don't give two drops of monkey piss if Meg Thee Stallion's there, if Cardi B, Sexy Red. I find it odd that they keep trying to force Sexy Red on these NXT shows, but it's a lot of fans that don't want her there.
No, I don't know about
what's their purpose? What's their purpose of bringing them on there?
Because the purpose, of course, is butts in the seat. She brings a younger audience, but everybody says, and I've heard a lot of women say the worst thing they can do is to keep pushing her down the throats of consumers because her music is garbage. Babe, I love you. Nobody want to hear you sing off key. Like,
yeah, but see, they ain't worried about all that. All they worried about social media presence. They're using them for their social media presence.
Yeah, I mean, she's been sparingly used. It's not like she's back to back to back. I mean, it's been
she's been sparingly used, but she's been used just enough,
right,
for when they need her.
Because Cardi wasn't available.
When they exactly, you know, just like with the Megan Thee Stallion thing. Mercedes Moné was like, she was trying to get Megan Thee Stallion when she was still in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she got to AEW, it became, I'm trying to get her over here because I want her to do a remix to my interest music. I want her to do my interest music. But then Megan Thee Stallion WWE heard about it and was like, let's try to snag her before Mercedes and AEW gets her. And they wound up doing it. That's why they got her. That's why they got Megan Thee Stallion music for the Raw entrance music.
Yep.
Raj checking in.
What up,
What's
Raj?
going on, Raj? See,
Raj down there in parts unknown Georgia right now.
I get what you're saying, Sumo. Doesn't mean I gotta like it because you could get anybody else. Literally, you can get her. You can get SZA. You can get Summer Walker.
But are they fans?
It's not your demographic. They don't care about you.
You know what? You know what you sound like right now.
They don't care about you.
You sound like the Midnight Rider. This ain't your NBA.
This is not your demographic. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay?
Well, let me ask y'all this. Do you think that Roman needs to wrestle both nights? Or should he be the true attraction of night 2?
He should not wrestle both nights because he's not who he was a year ago.
Okay.
Cody could still wrestle both nights. But I don't see Roman wrestling both nights.
Okay. Because the rumor mill is thinking Roman versus Rock versus Cody. But in my opinion, I think they need to button up, unless they do it beforehand, probably the bigger prize for Roman, and that's the Ulafala, who is the tribal chief. And to me, that storyline can only be buttoned up at WrestleMania.
Right.
So if that's what's happening there, again, The Rock could be kayfabing, or it could be a work, or it could be a shoot. We don't know on whether or not he's in or out. But if he's out, then that would lock in Roman and Solo. That would give Cody the opportunity to go somewhere and do something with whomever, however this plays out. It could be Braun Breaker, or, it could be somebody. I don't know, whatever. It could be Gunther, whatever. They have options for Cody. But, KG, I wanted to ask you this because I thought this was also, before we pull off of this first segment topic, I thought this was kind of interesting. WWE was, kind of putting the feelers out and getting the word out. Like, yeah, we may be thinking about, and we talked about this, moving WrestleMania to happen in London. But now, NFL is thinking about taking the Super Bowl over there. So there's only been one other time that the whole entire landscape of the National Football League, America's pastime, has changed. One other documented time that changed the facet of what's presented from the National Football League. And that was many years ago, back in the 90s, halftime and In Living Color. In Living Color took, what was that? I think they said almost 70% of their viewership during halftime. All those sponsors, all that money was watching a black show on Fox. Then we can't call it a black network, but at that point, it was a
black network
on, plus Married with Children, everything else. But they changed the landscape because they took the demo, almost every demo, for about 15 to 20 minutes. And from that point, the following year, the King of Pop was a halftime attraction for the Super Bowl, and they haven't looked back since.
But it could happen again.
WrestleMania talking about going to London.
No. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. It could happen again.
What's that?
Because there's talks. People are in Lil Wayne's ear about doing the same thing for this Super Bowl. Putting together a 15-minute or 20-minute concert at the same time of halftime of him and whoever else he wants to, all New Orleans folks, all New Orleans rappers.
I don't know if they're strong enough. No disrespect to Lil Wayne, but I don't know if that's strong enough.
I don't know.
There's only one person that could change that narrative, in my opinion, that could do something like that, and the landscape would change, and that's Taylor Swift.
Nope.
Sad to say.
Who's got the halftime this year?
Isn't it?
Kendrick Lamar has the halftime this year. And where is it located?
New Orleans.
I don't know.
Okay, let me give you a tip.
We're gonna dip into the sideline junkie side of things, the sports side. So KG, this is your topic.
We're just making the comparison as
I'm with you.
As far as what WrestleMania is talking about doing. But I mean, as far you need to think about that. You got a lot of people out here in the world that are upset at the fact that Lil Wayne is not doing a halftime show in New Orleans.
And that right there alone lets you know that people are so short-sighted. Don't get me wrong. I've had my qualms about Jay-Z taking this whole deal with the NFL. And what he said in that meeting when he signed that deal and they did the press conference and they sitting in there, he was in there with Roger Goodell. What he said pissed me off so bad. It's time, we got to move past Neely. You know what I'm saying, son? When he did that pissed me off. Because what you did is you took the air out of the movement. You cut Colin Kaepernick's legs out from underneath of him. And I say this every time his name is brought up in the NFL circle. All right, Jay-Z, we got to move past Neil, and what we going to do? Oh, look here, son. I'm going to give you some of the best halftime entertainment that you ever had, son. Marcy, son, Marcy, M-A-C-R-Y, dude. That's what I'm doing. That's all he's doing. All he's doing is giving you something to snap your fingers and bob your head to. But you've done nothing for the movement. That's my problem with Jay-Z. Now, I'm bringing it to the forefront of what we're talking about here with this halftime show. So he went and got Kendrick Lamar. At the present time when they announced that was just one act.
Right.
There are multiple acts. We had Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent. Who else is on that stage? Eminem. You had so many people on the stage performing at one time. So you don't know who else is going to come out. You don't know if Kendrick Lamar is not going to have Lil Wayne come out and rap.
Are they beefing?
I
want to say I want to say they're beefing. That's what makes this so.
Slap in the face.
Yeah.
Well, they say that Jay-Z has a beef with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm saying all this is being brought up.
See, the other problem is it's not really a problem, but they can't say, well, if they spend the money, all the beef will go away. These artists are doing this for free.
Right.
So
but when this was
can't even throw money out there because that messes up the mold. That's not going to happen.
When this was announced, this was at the time when Kendrick Lamar had the #1 song in the country.
Right.
But not like us.
That's why everybody's pissed off, is because they're giving him credence and they're giving him this platform off of one song.
But hold on. I begged, and when people say that, the first thing I say, you don't know Kendrick Lamar. Because
he does have a catalog. But
Kendrick Lamar catalog is an understatement. Kendrick Lamar, not like us, did not make Kendrick Lamar. Let's just say that. But for people to you want to prop Lil Wayne up on this pedestal because he's so New Orleans. I get that. I'm cool with that. I love Wayne. But don't act like Kendrick Lamar's lost product, because section point 80 was a mixtape and was a banger. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic album, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out in 2015 and it dropped at midnight. I was at work when it dropped. I stopped what I was doing to listen to that album 5 times that night because it was just
that no work got done.
Oh no, I was riding around in the jack, man, just listening to that. But then he came out with Damn, critically acclaimed. Everybody loved Damn. Everybody loved the Black Panther album. But then all of a sudden now everybody wants to go up against Kendrick Lamar when y'all were just fans. And I pay attention to what people tweet and what they say. You talk about Drake, and if you don't remember, they did Poetic Justice together.
Right.
But you talk about Drake and how Drake is this and Drake is that, and Kendrick is trash, and nobody want to hear those protest songs and them slave songs. Who wants to? I can't dance to that. The simple fact is people have a problem with him performing at halftime when you don't even know what the rest of the lineup is. They could mess around and have Harry Connick Jr. out there.
Hey, that'll be what's up.
Oh, he from New Orleans. Okay, when they did the Super Bowl in New York, nobody in New York was on the halftime show. You didn't have none of the New York rappers up there. Jay-Z wasn't at the halftime show, but did anybody complain? The last time the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, there wasn't no New Orleans people in there.
That was right after Katrina, wasn't it? Wasn't that right after Katrina?
Yeah, and they didn't have New Orleans rappers.
Wasn't that U2? Wasn't that U2 that year?
Was it U2? I can't remember, but
I think it was U2. But that would make sense. You gotta give him a pass for that one. But that was honestly, that year was a telethon. That was really, what that was. You gotta give a pass on that.
You still got those folks out there that are old school, right? They got their loyalty.
Right.
Like, okay, so y'all from the DC area, right? And I'm not from DC, but I know I've been in DC long enough over the course of my life to be able to know this much. When you came to DC, when a band or a concert came to DC, regardless of who they were, what was the one thing you had to have on your show?
Go-go band.
Thank you. If you didn't have a go-go band on your opening up your act, at least opening up your act, opening up your concert, folks was walking out of there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with New Orleans. New Orleans is loyal to their New Orleans groups.
I understand it. And I understand that, but when it comes, this has never been an issue before. It never became an issue until they announced Kendrick. Did you really? Okay, Lil Wayne would have been better off if we were talking 2005. Nope, I'll take that back. 2006. Whenever the first Carter came out, between the first Carter, all the mixtapes, the Carter 3, all of that, he would have been great for the Super Bowl then because he was on top of the game.
Yep.
When's the last time he put out an album? You got to go with who's hot right now. Or if you don't go with who's hot, you got to go with somebody that, like when they were in Detroit and they had Eminem, everybody went crazy for that because Eminem shows up to every Lions game. But when they have Super Bowls in California, you don't hear Snoop Dogg and Mac 10 and Ice Cube complaining because they not on the Super Bowl. People or their fans complaining that they not on the Super Bowl halftime show. When you have if you in Atlanta, you're not hearing people complain because Outkast not out there and Goody Mob. When you in
They
Texas,
will be if it ever come back to Atlanta. I can tell you that right now. If there's not a reason for an Outkast reunion.
The Super Bowl is talking about coming back in 28.
Hey,
yes,
I'm there.
So
they are. And
then we're
so
gonna be looking at Super Bowl prices.
then the whole outcry needs to be, okay, we need to have an Outkast reunion at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We need to hear Elevators. We need to have Outkast, Goody Mob. You need to have the whole Dungeon family out there. Just forget it. And make sure Patty there too, because she's part of the Dungeon family. But you don't hear anybody else complaining about this. And I'm like, this is a moot point. This is dumb.
All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to. I'm saying this because I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to bring it back to wrestling now. Okay. This is no different than what happened last year when The Rock tried to interject himself into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I give you
everybody was looking for Roman versus Cody. Everybody was anticipating it. Everybody was looking for it to happen. And then all of a sudden, here comes The Rock talking about, well, I'm gonna be. I think I need to take. I need to take on Roman. I need to be in that match. I need to be in that match. That match needs to be the main event. Nobody wanted that. We wanted that 2-3 years ago, and you didn't give it to us. So now all of a sudden you want to try to get in and make this match happen. No. You got the Super Bowl coming to New Orleans. You got folks in New Orleans and whoever and everywhere else, like, hey, Super Bowl going to New Orleans. We're gonna see Lil Wayne. We got to see Lil Wayne. And then they make the announcement that it's Kendrick Lamar. You just got folks that's disappointed. They want what they want. So, I mean, I can see it going both ways. I'm not a fan of either rapper. I've never really listened to Kendrick Lamar's music other than background noise. I've never really listened to Lil Wayne's music unless unless it just comes on somebody's in somebody's party or if somebody's just playing it. I don't play their music to be playing their music. So, yes, I'm the old man in the room. Yes,
that's
sorry.
This is why you being the old man in the room is why it's shocking to me.
Right, I'm the old man in the room. Like I said, I tell everybody in hip hop, I have my hip hop that I like to listen to. Hip hop, as far as I'm concerned, hip hop died when Biggie died. As far as I'm concerned.
See,
so everything after that, I really haven't gotten into. I have my own groups that I listen to. I have my own music that I listen to. I don't listen to the radio. I listen to Spotify and Pandora.
I'm with you on that because I don't listen to the radio either. Let me rephrase that. I don't listen to regular radio a lot. I listen to more talk radio and Sirius XM. Soul Town is my spot. Soul Town, The Groove, Rock the Bells, stuff like that. That's my niche right there. But by you being the older gentleman in the room, by you being the elder statesman, that's why I think you would love Kendrick Lamar, because he has those bars and he actually structures his rhymes like that. That's why I think you would love J. Cole.
Well, I've listened to some J. Cole only because he's from North Carolina. I'm trying to stay loyal.
J. Cole, P. Pablo, right?
Yeah, exactly. Got
let's long as y'all acknowledge, bringing it back to wrestling, the top 5 rappers of all time.
No.
Dylon?
No.
Dylon,
No,
Dylon,
no,
Dylon,
no.
and John Cena.
Especially him.
I was getting ready to ask that. I was like, "Do you got you bought John Cena CD? You helped
You
that
know
shit."
he did.
Of course I did. What?
He bought the first one off the press.
What? Come on now. You best don't what?
All right, hold on. Let me because I'm on a little lag. Let me jump out of here before we get to the next segment. Let me jump out and jump back in.
All right, go
so I
ahead.
can get off this lag.
See, you didn't upset him, Sumo.
Yeah,
Got his network lagging.
It is what it is, man.
He can't do the Terrence Trent.
He just need to feed that gerbil that's running his Wi-Fi. That's all.
Hey man,
give him some water every now. Give him some water every now and again. You know, put some oil on that. Put some oil on that wheel.
They're loyal. We got to give them that. I want to say something else, but you know, it's too soon and too much baby oil out there. So we're gonna leave the animals in their own safe environment. We'll just let everybody's minds go where they may with that joke. But bringing it back to wrestling, you know, I think that the prices are elevated, but they're not that bad.
For 2 nights, no, they can't. They're not that bad. If I'm getting a nosebleed seat for $900 over 2 nights, I mean that's $450. I mean,
yeah,
for WrestleMania,
I would say that is the casual fan.
Yeah, somebody that just wants to go to WrestleMania and say they went to WrestleMania, yeah. $450 a night ain't that bad.
Right. But where it gets probably more expensive is the non-casual fan.
Right.
The ones that are going to do 2 other things, depending on how this plays out. The ones that are going to either go to the independent Hall of Fame event, or they're going to go to SmackDown for the Hall of Fame after. Then you've got Monday Night Raw, and you've got the WWE Superstore experience. So 940 has just technically evolved for the True Mark into a trip to Disney. You're at about $4,000 for just entry.
So that 940 includes all of that.
No, that's what I'm saying. For the casual fan, 940 nosebleeds all the way up there, not too bad. But once you factor in the other shows, that 940 goes up real quick.
Right, because you know Raw gonna be there. You know SmackDown's gonna be there. And NXT is probably gonna be there.
Yep.
Like you said,
you got your indie shows that you got to support.
All the indie shows, because all the indie shows are gonna be around there somewhere. You know,
if they're smart, AEW would be in Nevada, somewhere close.
GCW is definitely going to be there for the collective, as they always are.
Yeah, so that's going to be something.
WrestleCon and StarCast and all those other
serious everything that's going to happen. I'd say this one is probably going to be the biggest conglomerate of events. It may not just be that weekend or that week. They may, if they're smart, they may want to carry it for a second week, especially from the independent scene. Because there's so much money out there that could be turnkey. So many, hotel venues that are inside the hotel. So many, the convention center. There's a lot that could be done.
New Japan might even show up this year.
Yeah,
around that time.
Don't see why not. There's just that many venues out there to have so much on the strip. You don't have to travel that far. It's all walkable within, we'll say, a 30 to 45-minute radius, depending on, how, far up from the Mandalay Bay down. You can, I said, from Mandalay Bay to the Welcome to Vegas sign, about 45-minute average walk time. That's a lot of ground to cover. So it's going to be interesting to see. Who knows? Maybe KG's got a timeshare out there somewhere that we can utilize and get something going and We go to like the micro wrestling. At least we may be able to get into that one. That one won't be as expensive. I'll pay for it though.
See if one of your lot lizards got something going on out there. They probably doing some strip clubs out that way. Doing some tours and
now
things.
If they get you into the strip club for free, what you gonna say then? You're gonna be liking them then. I'm not gonna lie though. The best time that I had out there,
I'm gonna use them just like they would use me.
There you go. Best time I had out there was
I'm like Snoop with it. I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get $1 out of me.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 50 Cent.
Yes, that would.
Too. Snoop
he may be there.
Too.
Yeah, he was on the last verse.
Yeah. So that's WrestleMania. We still got time, like KG said. You can quad pay it, flex pay it. Give some plasma. You could find a way to be able to make it happen, to be able to enjoy that spectacle. You got to at least go once. I've been
y'all write in the sideline junkies 24/7 @gmail.com, and Don will tell you where he does his sperm donations.
Heck yeah. They saw how many kids I got and were like, we definitely need to be able to get that. Who knows? Some of my kids' stem cells may be helping out Rey Mysterio or Kevin Owens, or shoot, we could be helping MVP right now. A lot of power down below. Just want to let you know. In the words of somebody whose initials is VKM, that genetic jackhammer.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. He always finds a way to throw in genetic jackhammer.
That's right.
yeah, folks, them grapefruits is good and rotten right now, buddy. Let me tell you.
Oh, they're in retirement. I can tell you that much. But once the spirit starts moving, start seeing the right thing happening. Or my girl's dancing in the beginning of our intro.
He over there taking them pills Shannon Sharp taking.
No, I don't need that. I don't need that. Shoot, I need no assistance in that category.
Well, you know what he say? He say he got that tiger blood and that Adonis DNA, like Charlie Sheen,
minus the AIDS, allegedly. But again, I think he cured too. It's one of them times to make a phone call. Magic. Yeah, buddy, I need that. Okay, click.
I know you got a guy.
Yeah, heck yeah. Magic, like, man, I done gained about 150 pounds on this reverse Ozempic. Yeah, man, I'm good. Oh man, shout out to Magic Johnson, man. Keep doing what you do. I'm glad you around for how many years has it been? God dang,
30
decade.
It'll be 34. 33. Yeah, it'll be 33 on November 7th.
Yeah, man. I remember that day. I mean, that was an interesting day in the sports world where, that press conference and Magic Johnson talking about his diagnosis. You're like, oh, snap, not Magic. And,
I got that ninja.
Yeah. The next thing you know, about a little bit of time later, movie theaters, Starbucks. All right, then. More movie theaters than Starbucks? I said, God dang, Magic. Shoot, you'd have gained 100 pounds. Like, well, I guess it's something. So
we're
gonna change gears because I know me and something about to come out of my mouth that will get us in trouble. So I think, and it's just a rumor, I think there's an opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. There's an opportunity once again for the Nubian Sumo to copy my pick so that way he can tie me. There's an opportunity once again for the big guy KG to get really invested in some matches and hopefully make the right picks this time because he's still fighting to dethrone the Nubian Sumo. Once again, I know I'm going to make the correct picks, to which, again, the Nubian Sumo
what y'all
will copy me. and Timey, so
Y'all
he can
looking,
maintain his status.
Y'all looking for this?
Yeah,
Is
we
this
desperately
is
seeking
this what
Susan.
y'all
I can tell you that right now.
is this what y'all looking for?
Allegedly, we've seen it once in a while.
Is this
Oh
something
yeah,
that y'all
clean that up. We saw those little Instagram posts that you was taking, you know what I'm saying, with no clothes on with the belt. Didn't appreciate that much, but I understand, you know, that's what everybody else does. So respect.
Hey, I made Shawn Michaels look like Ron Jeremy, boy. Look what you talking about.
Yeah. And then yeah, I'm not even gonna go there with you. Nope. So we're gonna do our crown jewel picks, which will be the show itself is next week coming out of Riyadh. Once again, it's time for the WWE to go over to the Saudis and have a bunch of star power show up and some nostalgia and everything else. So yeah, there's a Goldberg probably.
Yeah, it'll be next week, a whole week after NXT has their show tomorrow night, Halloween Havoc.
Can I ask a question?
Don't get. You had to say it. I was gonna not mention Halloween Havoc because I know KG
you know I had to say
why
something.
you have to push the
You
button.
know I had to. You know I had to poke the bear. I had to poke the bear. You know come on now.
And you wrong for that.
I'm dead wrong for that, and I admit it.
Totally.
Why in the blue fuck?
Wait. That's the only way. We got to lead this in because go ahead.
But at least they made it a pay-per-view for you.
I get that, but that's supposed to.
Go ahead.
I hate the simple fact that WWE continues to shit on Dusty's legacy, the NWA legacy of taking Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc. Well, that's a WCW one, right? Was that NWA or that was WCW?
That was WCW.
Okay, you shitting on WCW's legacy, Halloween Havoc, War Games, shit like that. Whatever happened to WWE doing their pay-per-view on Sunday and NXT doing their takeover on Saturday night as the precursor, but it was a part of the package, and you got everything all at once. What happened to that? We used to be society. We are no longer a proper society anymore.
Why are you gonna poke the bear and then over here, you know what I'm saying, rub it in with the belt too? You know you grimy, Sumo. That's double grimy right there.
I'm sorry. I forgot where I was.
You got the man all worked up about the Halloween Havoc. Now you over here checking the facials. You know.
I just had a little Rock Nation of Domination moment. You know, I'm sorry.
But it's okay. It's all right. He can say that. He can do what he wants because she coming home with me soon. I'm okay with that. But I don't understand this, man. I don't understand. What are we doing?
Do you really want to go over there to all that madness? I treat you well, don't I? I clean you up every now and again. I pull you out. We watch wrestling over here. You know, I treat you well, don't I? You don't want to go nowhere. You're not. And as a matter of fact, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna be right here with me forever. You, me, and Athena. We're gonna be like forever champions. We you know, it's just
wasn't it like how long have we been?
It was meant to be. When
like 4 years.
When somebody decided
4 years
to
ago he couldn't stand her.
When somebody decided to get you made, you were just made for me. You know.
What do you call a funny face?
Yeah, I call her a funny face. I still call her funny face. Over? She's my funny face. That's right. I'm putting her over. That's right. I give credit where credit is due. I give it to Athena.
Swan.
No. We don't talk about that coon. No, sir. No. We don't talk about him. Hey, I've changed my ways. I changed my thoughts on Athena. I've changed my thoughts on Leo Rush. Give me my credit now. Give me my credit.
I'm giving you credit. Like I said, that's why I wanted to know. Have that call back.
Rich Swann? No.
That's the last one.
Whatever rehab he's in right now, he needs to stay there.
So let me ask you this then. You gonna go ahead and give a redeeming quality opportunity to Velveteen Dream?
I never had an issue with Velveteen Dream until he did what he did.
Allegedly.
Never. I never had a problem with Velveteen Dream. I liked Velveteen Dream's gimmick.
Okay.
I never had a problem with Velveteen Dream. Now he did what he did, and
allegedly
he made his own allegedly, and he made his bed and he lying in it. But
extra allegedly,
right? He's slowly trying to work his way back in. Pause. But
no, did he? What about Kevin Spacey? Kevin Spacey get a pass?
Oh, Kevin Spacey's my man. He can't do no wrong.
Well, allegedly.
Kevin Spacey's my man. That's my dude. I've loved him ever since Swimming with Sharks.
Oh, shoot. He still got me locked in. Always a Negotiator. And was it American Beauty?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Swimming with Sharks?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever saw him.
I'm a Kevin Spacey fan. Trust me. But those are my two out of his body.
When he showed up in 7, unannounced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I marked out for that too. I'm like, does anybody could have played that to be that straight against that situation? And then what's in the box? Man. Woo! Every time I saw UPS, it was about to be misunderstanding.
Unusual Suspect.
Great movie, 7, by the way. Great movie. Would you consider that a drop?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. So would you consider, since it is Halloween time almost, would 7 be a horror movie, a slasher,
psycho thriller,
or thriller?
Psycho thriller.
Psycho thriller.
If you call 7 a horror movie, you got to call Juice a horror movie.
Yeah, 7's not a horror movie.
No, I'm just some people have said that, and that was it just made me think about
that. That's just like some people that are listening to this show right now still convinced that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and it's not.
It is. Die Hard 1 and 2 are Christmas movies.
They are not Christmas movies.
What are they? Action movies that happen during Christmas?
Action movies that happen during Christmas. They're not Christmas movies.
It's a Christmas movie.
It is not a Christmas movie. Would
Die Hard 1 have become a Christmas movie if he said Yippee-ki-yay, Merry Christmas?
It don't matter. It's still not a Christmas movie. Hey, look.
If he just threw the Merry Christmas in.
What's his name? Willis. Bruce Willis even said it's not a Christmas movie. He said it.
I don't know. Nobody's ever gonna. That's a debate that will never be won. Just like what's the proper way to put the toilet roll on. That's not gonna win. Is it over or under?
Always overhang, never underhang. Beards are good, mullets are not.
Hey. First of all our mullet wearing fans, we appreciate you.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a mullet. I sure wore a shag back in the day. That's the black man's mullet.
Like I said, that's a debate that's never going to be won. That the chicken and the egg, you can solve that, but the toilet paper thing, yeah.
Well,
that'll be a riot at in DC on that one.
I'm surprised he didn't chime in.
Go to the Million Man
I'm surprised he didn't chime in. He's supposed to chime in when I said that. He ain't said a word yet, and I'm surprised he didn't say anything. You know who I'm talking to.
Talking to KG?
Yeah, I'm talking to Raj.
Oh, you talking to Raj?
Yeah. Well, we have this debate all the time.
About toilet paper?
No, about Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Because every Christmas he put around Christmas time after Thanksgiving he puts up the Nakajima Tower picture. On the socials.
Respect. Hey, all I got to say to everybody is as we get closer and closer to Christmas, before we start these crown jewel picks, is real simple. The streets is rough. It's dangerous out there. Be warned. You could be just sitting at home, just churning the channel, just seeing what's on. And the next thing you know, you may see a familiar face on a particular network. And then 5 minutes later, your whole day's gone. Watch out. Lifetime and Hallmark will tear your ass up.
Oh, speaking of which, that movie that had one of the twins in it, it's been playing for the whole week, man.
And it got you again, huh?
Yeah. It got me about 3 times this week. I'm sorry.
Out of nowhere, 5 minutes doesn't let you down, man. And then you get pissed off at the how do you pitch them? You just walk up like, hey, I got this movie idea. We're gonna go hard for about an hour and 45 minutes. But don't worry, that last 15 minutes, we just gonna knock it down. Like, oh man, you all invested. Oh, I love you so much. Okay, let's go and what the hell's the rest of the movie? It's over. Son of a well, then you mad. The next thing you know, you cussing up a storm, and the next 5 minutes is already started. I tell my wife now, as soon as she turned it on, I'm like, hey, I'm walking in the room, but I know I'm on a clock. So don't ask me no questions. That's going to require me to think. All I'm trying to do is get in and get out.
Don't ask me no questions that require me to think.
Nope, because the moment you start, then, 4.5 minutes later, you're like, oh, okay. And then you're just looking at the screen. Huh. I wonder what is going to happen. Santa normally wouldn't do that. Then the rest is history. So, speaking of the rest is history, it may be history for the Nubian Sumo to have that championship belt on the heels of a Lifetime movie. So let's go ahead and get into these crown jewel picks, and we'll start. KG, you ready? You got the book?
Yep, I got the book.
All right, let's start with the first one out the box.
Belt never leaves my shoulder.
Oh, it's leaving you. Randy Orton,
never.
Kevin Owens. They are laying it on thick coming out of SmackDown. They talking about, Triple H talked about how Randy is, still a little worse for wear. Kevin Owens is the most dangerous he's ever been because he let people in, Cody and Randy, and they betrayed him, he feels like. And, it's like, oh my gosh, Kevin Owens is going to be a beast. He's going to be a monster. He's going to destroy Randy Orton in Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to take the first pick on that. This will probably be one of those swing picks, I would imagine, between the three of us. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. Because if we do have at Mania Solo and Roman, KO versus Cody, I could see that, super produced Hollywood vignette leading up to that. So that's my pick. Sumo, Cody or Randy?
Be Kevin or Randy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I already got Cody on the mind. I'm booking WrestleMania as we speak. Kevin or Randy?
Well, I'm going with Kevin only because he's on his way out of WWE. And they got to set it up to where he's gonna end up having his fall again. He's gonna wind up leaving with against Randy. I don't think he's gonna make it to WrestleMania.
Okay. KG?
Swing pick. Give me Randy Orton.
All right. So let's go on the other side of the coin.
I don't think KO's leaving. I think that they've been talking about him leaving for the last 3 years. It's not happening.
Well, every time he was about to leave, they re-signed him.
Right.
Exactly.
And this contract
they can't let Kevin Owens go nowhere. If Kevin Owens walked into AEW with his promo ability, man, they would have 2 juggernauts. MJF and then Kevin Owens. At least one other juggernaut on the microphone legitimizes AEW. That's the one thing they don't have is somebody that could just cut a promo and hold everybody in the palm of their hand. Adam Cole's not that guy. Cody was that guy.
That's MVP.
MVP, if they do it correctly, yes, could be. And I would like to see them all. He needs to be cutting promos against Jericho. What are you now, Jericho? Ring of Honor Championship. Like, dude, you've fallen so far from grace, and just really set it up for, you know what I'm saying, Jericho to just get pounced on. No diddy.
Nah, they can't talk too much. They can't talk too bad about the Ring of Honor World Title because
no, I'm not bagging the title. I'm just saying that the
Lashley's gonna probably end up getting that title first before he does anything else.
Yeah, just you know, that doesn't even make sense. And the method that they did it was, yeah, whatever. I was like, yeah, that wasn't smart. But let's go to our second match of Crown Jewel for picks. KG, you got the first pick. This is Seth freaking Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed.
Give me Bronson Reed in this one.
Okay. Sumo?
I'll take Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I think I gotta go Bronson Reed on this one. They can't let Seth win up front like that because it won't extend the storyline too far.
No.
He got to at least lose his first one.
I'm gonna be the difference. I think this is gonna be Seth. This is just experience for Bronson Reed, but it's Crown Jewel. If this was, in my opinion, Survivor Series or something like that, different outcome. But, you know, Crown Jewel is just that. It's like Sony versus the MCU. It's just over there. Like, what happens over there is just canon when we need it to be. And then, you know, outside of that, it won't. But we'll see. That's going to be interesting. This one's also going to be interesting. Yeah. See, my son didn't hear that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Try to get him to mark out with you, and they miss their cue.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, 8, 9. Yeah.
Thanks. Right. You got to hear him explain what happened. Hey, Miles, come over here. You might as well do it. We'll take a pause for the younger generation. Go ahead and tell them what you saw happen on SmackDown.
On SmackDown, I saw that Jimmy Uso came in and kind of like saved the day, and then OTC came out with Jimmy Uso, and then Yeet came out, and then Jimmy Uso saw Yeet, and then they hug. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good job. Yeah. Like, and then Yeet
that was a SmackDown breakdown.
There you go. Brought to you by the Young Impressionables. KG, make sure that gets clipped out and tagged at WWE and all that stuff. Because when Yeet came out, love it. Oh man. So
I'll work on it.
Going back to the picks. LA Knight, yeah. And he's gone. Versus Andrade versus Carmelo for the U.S. title. My theory is always on triple threats. Yeah. Champion walks out with the belt. So I'm going to LA Knight. Sumo?
I'm going to go Carmelo Hayes.
I figured you probably would take the under on that one.
I'm going to go Carmelo Hayes on this one.
Okay.
He's going to find a way to work that out.
Okay. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Jack Call checking in, y'all.
Jack,
what's up, Jack?
What's up, Jack? What's happening?
We'll see you in the morning.
Yep. Make sure y'all check out Into the Passenger Seat while we got the star of the show watching us. We'll definitely put them over.
In the Passenger Seat with Jack Carr and his backseat driver, the Midnight Rider. Just bars, man. I absolutely love it. Bars.
Give
me LA Knight in this one.
All right. Okay. So we'll spice it up with a little bit of speaking of passenger seat. There's a lot of action that happens in the back seat, and there's a lot of back seat in this match. This is a fatal 4-way for the women's tag championship. So we've got your champions Bianca and Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green and Dewdrop. You've got
that is not Dewdrop.
I know.
Get her name right. Put some respect on her name.
I was waiting for KG to say something. You've got Damage Control, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. And then you've got some loveliness over there with who are they, KG?
Which one?
The other pieces of fine Delta booty there with Trick Daddy Boo and her tag team partner there.
Oh, you talking Lash Legend? God,
Jakara Jackson.
Yeah.
I just want you to get the smile on your face when you got to talk about it, because we can always see your mind just go there. So I'm trying to give you an opportunity to shine for the peoples.
Well, if I'm gonna shine about it, I mean, you got to call this match what it is.
Okay. Uh-oh. With the belt. There you go, right there. There you go.
This ain't getting aired nowhere else but right here. So this is going overtime. I don't even give a damn. Let's just do it.
So, Sumo, you have the first pick on this match.
I want to go Lash and Jakara.
Really?
Yeah.
New champs?
I think they are the reason that when they're pushing them two girls. That means the belt go back to NXT. They're gonna start bringing more women over there. Not like they need more women in NXT right now. But
that's a farm league for real. They just growing them thing. Woo!
Exactly. But the women's division over in NXT is real strong right now, and they could do a lot with those belts over there. So I say put them on Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson and let them run with it for a while.
Yeah. KG?
They didn't bring them over for nothing.
I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna have to agree with the Sumo on this one. Only because the way this Fatal 4-Way is stacked up, it's really only about two teams. So I would say just go ahead and ride this one with us. We can all definitely die on these hills.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up. Huh?
So aggressive tonight. Right after the BBL. So aggressive.
Because I'm not taking the belts off of Bianca and Jay. You did it too early before. If you do it now, you're gonna lose. You're gonna make Bianca and Jay lose this steam because you've already taken
what steam?
You've already taken Naomi out of it.
What
this is supposed to be? Oh my God, no! What rumor now? Because this is all I care about right here. Black girl magic.
All right, so let's just go to January. Put the picture back up.
Put the picture back up.
The one in the foreground is not rumored to win. The one in the middle is not rumored to win. That only leaves one. Is rumored to win the Royal Rumble.
But are they going to actually put the belt on? What has it been? 13 years since she held the belt?
WWE, yes. But
belt, WWE.
12 months.
This was supposed to be a faction that you could. What's the old school term? This is supposed to be a faction you could set your watch to. You can hang your hat on. That's what it's
But
supposed
imagine
to be.
if she became champion and acknowledged her tribal chief, Solo Sikoa.
You asking for too much.
How's that too much? Come on now. Can you imagine the Monday after WrestleMania? Husband and wife beefing? Wife kicks hubby in the nuts?
No, not them two. Because see,
she's due for a heel turn. She could do what John Cena couldn't do.
No, we talked about her having a heel turn 2 years ago. That's number one. Number two, we talked about her, and I'm talking of Naomi and Nia Jax and Tamina all joining the bloodline, making this thing official, because this we're talking official bloodline here. This is all family, all the way around the board.
Well, you forgot about the straight jacket too. Tamina retired, but the straight jacket is still active.
Well, she retired the straight jacket too. You see she got her tribal tattoo, right?
I don't know. I just see she needs to send a invite for Thanksgiving.
She got a tribal tattoo up the forearm. She got it before she left. She started it at least. But yeah, you can't. No,
I'll check.
So you taking Lash Legend the team of Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson? Okay, I guess I'm taking Bianca.
WrestleMania, the match, KG, the match that we've been waiting on can happen on night one, and this could be the catalyst. Jade is pissed at Bianca, or Bianca's pissed at Jade.
We haven't even got them to the point that we need to get them at before you start breaking them up.
Well, here's the thing. I think they have to pivot, and it's kind of racial, but I think they have to pivot. You can't break up the New Day. Especially, Lord, please let it happen. If Big E is able to come back, New Day's back. So if that happens, you got to give it the other side of the coin, which is these two. You just flipping it over to still have a group breakup. That would make sense. And the New Day to me still isn't it. Because all you're going to do is just create two mid-carders.
What you telling me, and I'm just spitballing here. You said it's a racial thing, so what you telling me is you can't have... It's kind of
racial because they're both two black groups. I'm not saying it's racist.
So what you're saying is you can't have
like that, but
two face black groups on top, because Bianca and Jade are face. The New Day is face, and they're on top. They're over. They're white hot. People love them. So you saying you can't have two of them?
You can, and Lord knows we definitely know it should, but we know how the WWE works. You could give and take. If you put over the face, the heel is going to win the other one. That's just the recipe.
Toby, good nigga master. Toby, good nigga for you.
That's right.
I don't like
some of that Django. Don't you piss off that Django. So you still keeping the belt on Bianca and Jade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Interesting. Well, since we're talking about Black Girl Power and Black Magic and all that other stuff, let's go into the first ever Crown Jewel champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel Championship on the women's side with Nia versus Liv Morgan. Sumo, you got first pick.
You would give me first pick on this one.
And all this, in my opinion, is going to be storyline driven more than the other one, because I think they negate each other.
Who could benefit better with this belt? I'm going with Liv Morgan.
I tend to agree.
Sadly, I'm gonna have to third that.
They're not gonna put another belt on Nia because the way they act, I don't think so.
They could.
Now they could if it was somebody else.
They could.
If it was Rhea, they could.
I'm seeing Tiffany Stratton getting involved with a possible cash in.
Yep. And then when it's time,
and she's got the opportunity to go after both belts,
all 3 belts. Technically.
Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. She can go after all 3. Well, she can't. She wouldn't be able to leave with only 2.
Right.
But
she could.
At the most 2. But
well, she may be able to take both at the same time. Even though one would stay.
No, because the belts aren't on the line. So.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the belts aren't on the line. So.
Well, no.
She would only have to leave.
She would only leave towards.
If she cashes it in, it becomes a title match. You're right. So, yeah, I go with Liv Morgan with a cash in against Nia.
Yep.
And she leaves with both the crown jewel and the WWE Championship.
And KG, you said you're going with Liv as well?
Yes. Now you add an extra layer to that caveat with that cash in. And
well, yeah, the cash is going to happen. They got to get it off of her, and this is the time. If she cashes in against Nia and successfully cashes, let me put it that way, I think that we're going to see Charlotte right up after that. Because there's still been too much queen. All they're waiting is for the queen to show up. And then there we go. Nia versus Charlotte for WrestleMania. And then you throw Becky in there. And then you throw Bailey. Oh, we only missed one horsewoman, unfortunately. But, you always got at least 3 in play at some point. And then you got Nia. Or Nia can back out and join the bloodline. One of them. It all depends on how they play this out. But let's go to the final match of the night, the main event. Again, the first ever Crown Jewel champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel Championship. And that is Cody versus Gunther. I'll take first pick on that. I'm going with Gunther.
Whoa, wait a minute now. Hold on, wait a minute now.
What? What?
You backtracking?
Well, after what we're seeing, what's happening with this KO situation?
You backtracking. About a month ago, we were having this discussion, and you was all about Cody.
I was, and I'll own that. But, I can see a roadmap where this is actually going to come into play. This is going to be a callback, and it's going to be because of Kevin Owens. If Kevin wasn't facing Randy and he wasn't there, I'd be on a different thing. But it's not like you got to think, well, is Kevin going to be there? He's in a match. Who's to say he's not going to have a callback and still want to, grind that grudge against Cody? Especially if he wins against Randy. Excuse me. So Kevin's going to pull double duty. KG?
I'm sticking with the story, and I'm going with none other than the man that loves Paw Patrol. Whoa, Cody Rhodes.
All right. And Sumo?
Hold on, wait. Before you pick Sumo, what was that?
He does not love Paw Patrol.
Cody Rhodes loves Paw Patrol. Feel it down in my soul. Oh.
No.
Oh, you got to come over here, Miles. Do it.
He hates when I say that.
Wait.
Yeah, give him the whoa. Come on.
Oh, gotta get my face ready.
Go ahead.
Gotta get his face.
Whoa!
There you go. All right, so
for you.
I'm going. Hey, I said it a month ago. I'm sticking to it. I'm going with Gunther.
okay. All right, so KG, what matches do we need to keep an eye on? What's going to change the game for us?
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton.
Okay.
Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes. Who else is in that match?
And Andrade.
Andrade. That's a match. Of course, the tag teams, the women's tag team, and the main event, Cody versus Gunther. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, shoot, we don't need a tiebreaker.
Okay. So we will have a wiener one way or another.
And that winner.
No, go ahead. You was about to say it. Go ahead and say it.
That winner will be me.
You were saying it. You were saying it correctly.
No. You're the only wiener in here.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, gosh. All right. So we're actually going to send everybody home happy with the feel-good moment. Now, there's a lot of traction on this video that has hit the internet because they pre-taped SmackDown for next week to travel to Saudi and do everything that they do there. Follow their Instagrams because most of it is at the beach. But out of that video, Miles, remember that video with the tribal chief and Yeaton them? You remember that? All right, go ahead and tell them what happens in that video. Yeah, come in. Play by play.
At that video,
We asking you.
He came in when Jimmy Uso and OTC were in the ring. Hashtag Roman Reigns. And then he came into the ring, and then he gave OTC hashtag Roman Reigns the one. Wait, they have to see.
They see you with the one. All right. Nobody paying you for this. Try and hog up all the airtime.
Wait. Just give me my money.
Yay. Yeet. All right. So there's that video that's out there that's done over 1 million views. That shows that situation with both Usos and Roman Reigns in the ring at next week's SmackDown. So you can take a look at that now for the spoiler and just see what's going to happen, or you can wait till next week. But
hold on.
What?
That right there. This is why people believe kayfabe is dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Because that should have never been out there. That shouldn't have never been put in the ether. I don't care who put it out. You breaking so many cardinal rules. I know people that'll break your back for that.
Oh, Vince would have lost his mind. The fact that, that is being shown. And Jay's speech is, man, awesome. What he was saying to Roman. It'd be great to see it on SmackDown, but you don't need to because, it's already being seen a week earlier. So that means next week's SmackDown is pointless unless there's other stuff that's happening. But either way, the feel-good moment is that the OG bloodline is almost whole. We're only missing technically one person. And if you really want to dig into it, probably two. But it depends on what happens in that scenario with the final boss. Because if the final boss shows up and exerts his claim to the tribal chief at the head of the table, then that, I guess, technically, by all rights, he never lost as an elder. then somebody else may not be happy with that, and they get jumped out. That being Solo, which would change the facet of the game because now you can bring in Hikuleo, and you can have Roman, the Usos, and Solo in Survivor Series against The Rock, Tama Tonga, Hikuleo, and Tongaleo.
You messed that all up.
I did mess that up. It's too many. It's too much all in that. But either way, you know what I'm talking about.
No, that's that we all it's been said before. Like I said previously, The Rock is the one that's pretty much controlling or in the ear of Solo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I'm seeing it now is Heyman comes back with Hikuleo, and they get added to the OG bloodline.
Okay. And Solo stays on the other side.
Solo stays as tribal chief, and it'll be those four against OG bloodline and Hikuleo.
Okay.
Because Zilla, they haven't even started trying to bring Zilla in at all. So I don't think Zilla's going to be a part of it at all.
Not a Survivor, no.
They're going to make it a 4-on-4. They're talking about now. There's one more match that we probably need to add because there's one more match we probably need to do a pick for because didn't they add Roman and the Usos versus Solo and God?
Yeah, they did, but we don't have to add that one. Only reason why I say that is because that's just going to be for fun. I don't want to look at that and try to, be just waiting for, whatever the result is. I just want the fun. That's in my opinion. That's why I didn't include it. Unless you want to add it, KG, we can.
No, we don't have to. Because that's going to be something different. That's going to be something else to argue about.
Well, no, I think it's all going to, Roman and them are going to be put over. That'd be the feel-good moment at the end of the show.
No, I don't think that'll be the case. I think Solo and God is going to win that one. If they win that
Really?
I think so. You can't have Roman and the Usos winning that match right away.
Then maybe
you got to get them beat up. You got to get them beat up. Because they've been getting beat up the whole time. The numbers are still on Solo's side.
But no, it's 3-on-3.
It's 3-on-3 in the match, but they still got Jacob.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the background.
Yeah. True that. So we'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, or today, hey, it's a feel-good moment. As we've heard from our investigative reporter, that's just, trying to get paid for TV time.
I should be getting paid.
Hey, if they're not paying me, they definitely not paying you.
Actually, where's my $5? Where is my $5 for smacking him in the back of the head?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Uh-huh.
I ain't forgot about you.
Yeah, he did.
No, I ain't have not. Actually, I thought about that the other day. I was like, I owe him $5.
You can pay me.
I don't like being in debt, so I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get it to you.
Oh, Lord bless it. So, well, fellas, we got a feel-good moment. We've got our picks in. Next week, we are going to obviously do our react show, but we're also going to talk about Sports Illustrated's top 20 wrestlers of all time. That's an interesting list from 20 to number 1. So, it's always a good conversation when we start going over that stuff because, I can tell you one thing. Number 1 could be B. Brian Blair.
I just want to know what the criteria was.
I don't know. Let me call him and ask him, do they have the other Killer Bee on there, or do I have to protest? But either way, we'll be back. So, all right, well, I guess you could say, go tell them to diversify their bonds.
Diversify your bonds.
There you go.
Cause she wish she won, bitches.